Welcome back to video number 3 of a 7-part video series on how to get your podcast started in less than 1 week. In the previous module, what we learned was trying to find out what your niche is in order to start your podcast. This time we're going to be talking about software. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, which is right over there, and turn on post notifications because I'm going to be doing other tutorial videos and talking about other sort of entrepreneurial business, which you won't want to miss out on. So please do that. I greatly appreciate it. And now let's get started with what kind of software that you need in order to get started with your podcast. Now, the first one that I'm going to talk about is a free software called Audacity. Audacity is really good for beginners. It's great for recording any sort of audio that you have, and yeah, no, it's easy to get started. There's a lot of tutorials either on YouTube or other sort of business, but you don't really need to watch those. You just need to, it's pretty much like you press a record button, and then it records any sounds or anything like that you make into it. Or if you have a microphone, if you hook up your microphone, or you could talk into your phone or something like that. It's a great software to use in order to record your podcast, and they're easy to save in MP3 files as well. I personally have used Audacity, so I can vouch from experience that it is a great software to start out with. Another software, so number 2 for software is going to be Adobe Audition. Now, these are both for audio, so both Audacity and Audition are both with audio. Audition is a part of Adobe, and you are going to have to pay for it. Adobe does a paid monthly subscription for all of its services. Right now, currently, I'm on a student pricing, so I think it's around $20 or $25 a month to use all of Adobe's products and all of their software, which I think is a great deal, because their software is some of the best in the world, and I highly recommend it because there's so many different things that you could do with Audition that you can't do with Audacity. So you can change up any recordings, you can make some cool edits, you can change your voicing, you can do a higher pitch, lower pitch, or put any sort of edits into your podcast in order to get your voice sounding, get your voice popping and sounding a lot more authentic for your podcast for your podcast show. So that's number 1. Number 1 is Audacity. Number 2 is Adobe Audition. So those two are both audio softwares. And then let's get into a video software, and I'm going to stick with Adobe on this one, and it's Adobe Premiere. So Adobe Premiere is excellent if you want to record your podcast with a camera or any sort of video equipment, and you can mix both Audition and, I was almost about to say Audacity, since they're both very close. We can mix both Adobe Audition and Adobe Premiere together. Both of them are very compatible since they're both from the same software, run on Adobe, and both of those two mixing together, you can get both of your visual and your audio for your podcast. So those are the 3 types of different softwares that you can start. You could start for free with Audacity if you just want to start doing just audio, and then you can go. And then as soon as you get comfortable with it, it's a very basic software. As soon as you get used to it, you can move on over to Adobe Audition to record your podcast, just the audio, and then you can mix Adobe Audition with Adobe Premiere, which is a video software, video editing software. So those are the 2 that I recommend for your podcast. It's Audition and Premiere. Both of them work very well together. But if you don't want to spend the extra money, or if you don't think the free trial is enough in order to get you up to speed with the software, the know-all of Adobe software, then Audacity is a great software for anyone that wants to start for free. So those are my 3 recommendations. And now in the next video, we're going to be talking about hardware. So stay tuned for that one.